All right, welcome everyone. This is our founders meeting that is taking place every Wednesday when it's exactly 6 p.m. West African time. Of course, our SBC founders meeting. So if you're just joining in for the first time, you are welcome. We are here with our admin. Lots and lots of updates happening in the community. We hope that you are keeping up with the blog, guys. If you're not keeping up with the blog, then therefore you are missing a lot. I'll have a lot of people coming to ask for update. I'm like, man, are you not watching the blog? Are you not seeing what is going on? Of course, the admin will be elaborating and be saying, opening our eyes to see some of the advantages that we have and some of the things that we have missed. Some of you did not take the opportunity to buy sorry, I can't pronounce this. I'm losing it, guys. So we are already making a lot of percentage, 2x, 3x, 4x, depending when you bought our SBFC gold, So if you did not buy, guys, you need to keep buying, All right, I will hand over. I don't want to talk much on this. I will hand over to the admin. Greetings to you, admin. Welcome.
All right, sorry about that. Greetings and welcome everyone to our founders meeting on June 12th, 2024. So we're going to give the members some opportunity to get in here because we're going to have a very important vote. If you've been following the Telegram chat, there's some scuttlebutt, there's some discussion about how we distributed the second distribution of SBC Gold. And a lot of people were kind of adamant about the way that went. So we're going to have a vote, and I'm going to explain to you the most important thing that before we do this vote, I want you to understand what it was that we did, why we did it. I'm going to go through the timeline and let you know how that happened. So we're going to give these members an opportunity to get in here. When I see that our participant count is relatively high, then we'll segue into that topic, and then we'll take a vote. So what I want to do for now is let's go over the usual updates. So let's go to our KCBO or SBCBO. All right, our member count is at 5419. Now, if you recall, there's a large group that just came in for a community church here in the United States. So they've joined. Most of those members have joined up, and they are continuing to learn and see what SBC is all about. So our member count is 5419, and we're doing pretty good. Now, as far as the share bounty, our previous, so we just did the distribution a few days ago, 479 previous members for June, and there's currently 354 in there. So remember, guys, if you want to be a part of the share bounty program and you want that share bounty program to pay you out more in a share each month, then that number has to grow. So if the number's going down, expect that your share will go down. That's just the way that it works. But if the number's going up, your share goes up. We are going to probably remove the caps on the share bounty program because the bounty program is so small. The caps really don't matter anymore. So we're going to go back to no caps, and it's just going to be the straight up shared bounty program that we originally started with. Again, though, if you're not participating in the program, you're removed from the program. So if you decide you want to join back in later, you come back in at the end of the program rather than the beginning of the program. So it's very important to stay active, specifically month to month, so that if you want to be a participant in that share bounty program, stay active. Make sure you make the payment before this little right here tells you. If it tells you that you need to make a payment by that day. Otherwise, if you are a SBC Lite or an SBC full program participant, You just need to make your payment before your regular account expires. All right, want to go into the rewards that we have going on this month. So right now in June, if a sponsor has 10 active referrals that are paid in the month of June, they're going to receive $50 USDT to their bounty address between July 1st and July 2nd. So this is kind of like a contest. It's not really a contest, but it is, any member who gets 10 active referrals underneath them is going to receive $50 USDT as a bonus. That is for the month of June. We will very likely expand that if we can get the numbers up to the month from the month of July, where 20 members underneath you will get you 100, and then keep going up from there. That is not, we may or may not continue that. It just kind of depends on the response so far. So far, it's looking pretty good. There's a few members that are already qualified, and they'll be receiving 50 USDT to their bounty address at the end of the month. So this is a promotion for our sponsors to get the word out about SBC Gold and the upcoming SBFC funding, and our primary goal towards the SBC private fund. There are a bunch of posters. If you go to the Telegram group, some posters have been posted there. I could put some more posters up into here as well, but get 10 active referrals and receive $50 USDT. That's one of the biggest add-ons to our June rewards. Other things in the June rewards, let's see. So you got your new $50 USDT sponsor reward. You've got your member reward. You've got your new member reward. The sponsors also get a 1,000 SBC for new members. You've got your on-time reward. And just keep in mind that we are no longer giving out SBFC for anything at this point. The only time that you can get SBFC is if you do a donation to one of our agents, or you decide you want to buy SBFC. We are going to be adding SBFC to the exchange that you'll be able to find up on your dashboard. So up in here, up in the new exchange, there's going to be a SBFC exchange availability up here sometime in August, maybe early September, around in that range. We're going to be funding SBFC and putting it on the market just the same way that SBC Gold is. And that will give you the opportunity to exchange some of your SBFC for SBC Gold. And then you can also, by August, you'll be able to use your SBC Gold as your payment for your KCBO or SBCBO. So those are exciting things that are coming. Just keep in mind that we're not supplementing the shared bounty with SBFC anymore, and we are not giving out SBFC as a reward. So we're going to be making that an active coin that you can exchange for in the next couple of months here. So those of you who have received SBFC for previous activities or rewards, or have bought it, or an agent, congratulations. You're going to have the opportunity to do that in an exchange environment. It will be limited, but it still will be, it'll be fluid enough that members can take advantage of that. So we have our on-time reward, and what on-time means is if your expiration date says that your payment is due on the 20th of the month, you got to make the payment on the 20th of the month. If you make it on the 21st of the month, you're not going to receive that reward. So just keep that in mind. It's an incentive to pay on time or early. For the shared bounty program, you have to pay it by the date that it says your shared bounty payment is due. Your shared bounty payment date and your expiration date are not the same. In some cases, they might be the same date, but in most cases, they are different. So keep that in mind, that your shared bounty date is the date that you join the program, the date of the month that you join the program. So if you join the program on the 27th, your shared bounty program is due on the 27th, even if your expiration date is the 12th of the month. So You don't have until the 12th of the next month to make that payment. You have until the date that the shared bounty program says. Then we have a new returning members reward. So any member that was an SBC member or a TBC member back from before the first of the year, if you rejoin us, you're going to receive your SBC reward. So it's a 2,000 SBC reward, and it's a one-time bonus that comes along with the monthly basis of the 1,000. So if you're a paid member, you get 1,000, but you'll receive an extra 2,000 over the course of the two months that you remain active. So if you're active for 2 more months, you're going to receive another 2,000, and that's going to go into your reward account. Lastly, the SBC Gold gift. So this is for all active accounts that are active, that have never expired. Can't be a admin credit, or it has to be a USDT payment that has been received between the start of the month and the end of the month. So you need to make sure that you are active the entire month from June 1st to June 30th. You must be active during that entire period to receive the SBC Gold reward or the SBC Gold gift in the month of July. So for each full month that you are active in that month, you will receive your SBC Gold gift. Now, the gold gift, the first month back in May, was 5 coins. And again, I know that that's a small amount of coins, but these coins are appreciating very quickly. They've already grown by 10% since the day we launched, and we expect by the time that you've accumulated, several SBC Gold gifts, that you will have plenty of coin to be able to do what you need to do. So the second gift was 10 coins. And just keep in mind that the amount of the gift, it really kind of depends on what's available in the market, what I can get my hands on. And we're going to go into the details about what that means when we discuss what's going on with the second distribution. So that's our update on our rewards. And that is our we have one more thing to talk about, our custodial wallets upgrades. Okay. So the white paper on our dashboard has a lot of rules. So SBC Gold is not like every single coin out there. We have our rules that we're able to enforce, and those rules are basically how the coin was built, how we're strategizing the impact of the price gains that we're making, and all of that is done, strategically. So these aren't it's not your typical rewards. Or not rewards. It's not your typical rules. Like Bitcoin has its rules, but these rules are a little bit more refined so that we can increase the value of the coin, that we can increase the distribution of the coin, and that we can stabilize the value of that coin over the length of time. So our SBC custodial wallets upgrade, what is this? So we have to enforce wallet caps, and those wallet caps are at 1%. Each of our members may already have, or some of our members may already have more than 1% of the circulating supply of SBC Gold. And that's okay. We expected that would happen. When we start enforcing the wallet caps, you're not going to be able to add any more SBC Gold to those wallets. You're going to have to expand your wallet. You're going to have a secondary custodial wallet. So if you're doing any SBC Gold swaps, you would put those coins into your secondary or third wallet. So we're going to allow you to have up to 3 custodial wallets. And there is a fee for those custodial wallets, and there's a reason why there's a fee for those. So we're giving you the option to do one of 2 things. You can either add 2 additional wallets to your account so that you can diversify your SBC Gold coins from when you buy them. You can stick them in one wallet, and then they'll have a different maturity than your first wallet. So let's say, for instance, your first deposit doesn't mature until August 11th. So your first deposit on August 11th, you're going to be able to do, you're going to be able to work with that, but you're over the cap on that wallet. So you can't add anything more to it, but you can reduce the amount of coins that are in there by swapping them or by using them for your KC or SBCBO. So you can reduce those amount of coins and bring yourself under 1%. That's one thing that you could do. Or you can leave it where it's at. So the point is that we don't want to have more than 1% of the circulating supply in any of our members' wallets. So that helps us protect the price. That helps protect the members from destabilizing the entire value of our coin. So that's why those caps are there. It's a part of the white paper. So I don't want to go into discussion about this because the white paper is where the real rules are, regardless of what a blog might have said, or regardless of what a leader might have said, or regardless of something that I might have said in passing or something of that nature. The rules are in they're in the white paper. They're right here on the dashboard under the quick overview of SBC Gold. So that's where the rules are. That's where we're following those rules. So these caps are going to start to be enforced on Friday, June 14th, which is in a couple of days, which means that none of the wallets that have more than 1% are going to be able to add any additional SBC Gold to them. Now, if you are a pre-buy and you are owed coin, that doesn't count. It's only on the swaps. So we're not going to allow you to swap anything more into your custodial wallet if it's over 1%. But the pre-buy members that are entitled to their pre-buy coins, that's going to put you over the cap, but it's not going to affect you receiving those coins. So don't worry about that. So if you have 1% now, you're still going to be able to access all the coins when they mature. However, you just can't add anything more to it. So that's why you're going to need a second. That's why you're going to need a second wallet. We also give you the opportunity, or we're going to be giving you the opportunity over the next couple of days, or maybe a week, where we can link your family wallets together so that you can distribute your coins that way as well. So when you are, like, say for instance, you're head of household, and you decide I want to put coins into my son's or my daughter's or my wife's wallet, then you can go and you can do your pre-buy. You can select, or you do your swap, and you can select the wallets that you want to distribute those coins to, and then those coins will go to those wallets when the swap is completed. So that gives you the opportunity to manage, more than one account from your SBCBO. So you will need to link those wallets on both sides, and that link can be broken on both sides as well. So if you're the head of household, you can reach out to the wallet for your child, and you can link that wallet, or they can accept the link. And then you can go to your wife's account, and your wife can accept the link. And at any time that they want to break that link, they can disconnect that link, and it can be reestablished and broken at any time. It's just for deciding where the funds go and when they go there. The most important thing to keep in mind is that you've just got to keep your account active. No inactive account can access the SBC funds in the custodial wallet. So you just got to keep that account active, and you're good to go there. So read this blog. It's pretty detailed. We've been over this already before, so I don't want to go into more detail and waste the time that I need for the remaining part of today's meeting. Okay, so that's the updates. So let's go over the situation with SBC Gold distribution on the second time. So it is true that in the blog, I put details and descriptions of how the second deposit would go. In the second deposit, it was stated that whatever you receive in the first deposit, you're going to receive the same amount of coins in the second deposit. We understand that, we get that, but here's the reason why it didn't happen that way. And I'll give you my explanation, but you guys are going to get the chance to vote, and then understand that the consequences for this vote may be unknown. So here we go. When we initially created the coin, we created the coin with a cap of 100 million coins or somewhere in that neighborhood. It doesn't matter how many coins the cap is. It's only the matter of, you know, what's been distributed. So we minted a certain amount of coins, and we took those coins and we put them on the pancake swap. So that was about 7 million coins. So we minted 7 million coins, and we put a portion of those up on the pancake swap, and then we had to add liquidity to them. So of the pre-buy amount that we received from all of the pre-buy, we took 1/3 of that pre-buy amount, and we used that to create the liquidity pool for the SBC gold. Then what we did was we took the remaining 2/3 and we bought the coin back. We bought as much as it would allow us to buy back out of the swap. So we had to add liquidity, and then we had to buy the coin back. And by doing this, you can't buy the whole entire supply back. So when we put 1/3 in liquidity and then we put 2/3 into buying it, it was not possible for us to buy exactly what we put in. I'm not going to explain the details on how that worked, but it's not possible for us to have bought the same amount of coins that we put in. That would be dumb. It would be the price was insane. It was 10 times 10 higher. So we were able to buy what we were able to buy, and we distributed what we said we would distribute on the first distribution. Now the second distribution comes up, and we had to make a decision. The decision was, do we distribute it at market value? Because the first distribution was 33. So let's just say, for instance, you had $100 that you pre-bought with. So I'm just going to use 33 because it's an easier number to round with. But so your first deposit was 33 USD in SBC gold. That's what you got. That is now worth $133 now than what it was worth before. So you've already received your investment back in the fact that the coin has appreciated into that value. We're still giving you another 1/3. So our intention was originally to give you the same amount of coins as the first deposit, but it made more business sense to do it the way that we did. Now, I understand that most of our members, you know, don't agree with it, the way that went, and that's fine. We've decided that, you know, we're strong enough as a coin, we are capable as a coin to be able to give you what you want, but you have to understand that we've got to do it in a staggered way. So with a quick decision in the Privy Council, a quick decision with my developers, what we've decided to do was we are going to, on June 26th, the remaining amount of the coins between the amount of coins that you received in your first deposit, you're going to receive that same amount of coins, but you've already received a portion of it now on your second deposit. Whatever's remaining of that amount, we're going to deposit on June 26th. Then when we get to July 11th and the third deposit and the final deposit is required, whatever that first deposit was, that amount of the first deposit, say it was 2,500 coins, we have to split that in half, and then we will give you the first half on the 11th and the last half on the 26th of July. And the reason for this is because there aren't enough coins minted in the market for us to be able to do that for you. So we've got to pull those coins, we've got to mint those coins before we can give them to you. Now, what is this going to do? This is going to impact the value of our coin. In one way, shape, or another, it will. It may not impact it right now, but it will impact it down the road. And where that is down the road is going to be something that we are going to have to mitigate. We are going to have to make sure that we do it properly so that we do not destabilize the price of our coin. So the vote here that I want to take from our members, and I want to do it by a raise of hands, is, do we leave things as it is, and you're happy with the way that the distribution went? You understand that 1/3 of your initial deposit has been paid to you on the second deposit. So, if you had $100 the first time, you received 33 in USD, 33 US in SBC gold, and then on the second deposit, you received another 33 USD in SBC gold. And you understand that in the third one will be, the last third. Or if you want us to go and honor the coins itself. So you're gonna receive I wasn't prepared for this, so I'm sorry if I'm sorry that if I'm stumbling all over this. Ultimately, do you want to go with the USD value, or you want to go with the SC gold value? USD value means that the distribution that we did yesterday is the way that it's going to go, or do we want to go with the SBC gold distribution, which is the way that it was said in the blog it was going to be? But that means that we have to wait till the 26th. Then you'll get the second half of the second deposit, and then the third deposit will be broken into two. So if you guys all want your coins, if you all want your coins the way that it was originally said in the blog, where you're going to receive SBC coins and not the USD value, raise your hand now, and let's tally that up. So those who want to receive the coins, raise the hand. I'm not seeing any raised hands here. All right, there's one.
Right. We have one.
There's two. Yeah. All right.
We have 2, 3.
All right, now we got them.
Okay.
Anybody else?
Do you guys even understand the question?
You want to explain it again to him, Membe? From your perspective?
More hands coming. Do you want USDT or you want SBC gold?
Yeah, hands up for SBC gold.
For me, I will go with SBC gold.
All right, so I'm looking for someone who should be on this call. I saw him earlier.
Oh, now more hands coming up, admin.
All right, yeah.
All right.
Well, the decision, I mean, we've got, it's not unanimous, obviously, but there is still a lot of members who are of that mindset. Now, from my perspective, we did what we could do at the time that we did it, but we have decided, I mean, in talking with my developers and briefly with the Privy Council, as long as we agree to the distribution schedule, having, from here on, it's going to have 3 more distributions. There's going to be one in 2 weeks, another in 2 weeks, and then the last one will be in the last 6 weeks from now. As long as we're all good with that, then that's what we're going to do. It will have some impact on our coin, unfortunately, but it will probably have impact on the coin later rather than right now. So with that, if any of our Privy Council members or leaders would like to speak, I am willing to hear that. We're not going to do a Q&A, but I'm definitely interested in hearing feedback from some of our members regarding this decision. All right, go ahead, Augustine.
All right, thank you so much. I hope I'm coming out clear.
Yes, well.
Yes.
All right, so greetings everyone. Good evening from my time. In fact, my brains are saturated. I don't really know what to say because it looks like the community do not understand what we are doing. They do not understand that SBCG is a correction of the mistake that Bitcoin made. And trust me, when the feedback comes, when the impact comes in the future, the same people that voted now will still be the ones to fight the mitigations that will be done to correct the same mistake that we created. I want you guys to think through what you are saying, because if you understand what you are saying, you won't be on this side that you are doing. I'm not dissuading anyone. If you want to go for what you want to go for, that's fine. I don't know how many of you has looked into the white paper. I don't know how many of you have studied the white paper.
I would imagine very few.
I can say that it's less than 10% has done so. Well, if that's the choice you guys have made, that's okay. Fine, we can go ahead. But I think, admin, you should also balance the equation. We're having one side. You haven't done the vote for the other side. People that want it on the USD version. I think we should do a vote on that and then compare. And then let's come to a consensus. And then whoever it is that has the majority goes, you know. And then the last thing I want to talk about is regarding the Telegram group. We are one family, okay? And we should understand that everybody in this community are equal. However, in terms of hierarchy, the Privy Council are lucky to get the information first. And I've taken this project as part of my lifetime project, because when we succeed, we're going to achieve two significant things. One, bringing a new kind of financial system. Two, literally saving humanity from the collapsing elite system. It means that our names are going to be written in the sands of time from generations to come. There are so many people out there that their names are written in sands of time. Each generation that comes will get to know about them. No one knows the administration yet, but you can imagine what it will look like when our membership gets to, for instance, 50 million, 100 million, 200 million, 300 million. And then at some given point, the administration says, okay, we've achieved our objective. I now want to reveal myself to the world. I can tell you that his name will be crested in the generations to generations to generations to come. Why? Because he was one of the people that built a system that saved this economy. I don't know another one. I've not seen another one. I've not seen the Bitcoin. I've not seen the CBDC. I am looking for a system that is strong enough to rival us. I haven't seen. And you and I are the ones to make sure that we keep it that way. The administration, who has a foresight of where we are going to, is of the opinion that we do not proceed with what we're about to do. But if we choose to go about it, if it happens that we do on the contrary vote, and those who want it in SBCG go ahead with it, well, in the future, I will remind us on June 12th. June 12th is a democracy day in Nigeria. It's a public holiday. I am hoping that there wouldn't be a time for me to, return or refer our minds to this day. Please make sure we know what we are doing. This is my personal heart cry to the community. I don't think there was anything wrong, taking into consideration inflation and stable economy. That's exactly what he did. I had my $100 part one, which is 33. It's the same thing I got. I got the same thing. The other one of increasing value is going to have a cataclysmic effect. It's going to have an effect that I have seen, admin has seen. Please let us weigh our options well. So the other ones that are of the opinion that we should go for the USD value, please, I want you to come out and let's vote about it. Then let the comparison be done free and fair. I will leave it there. I rest my case. I sign out.
All right, thank you, Augustine. So there is one other matter that was brought up in the Telegram chat that I want to absolutely put to bed. So it was suggested that in the Telegram chat, it was suggested that the members were only going to receive 1/3 of their initial deposit. That's completely untrue. That's completely unfalse. If you invested $100 in USDT, you are going to receive $100 USDT's value back out of the system, absolutely guaranteed. But what have we done? What have we done? If we, on the second deposit, give you the same amount of coins as the first deposit, what are you receiving? You're not receiving a $33 distribution. You're receiving a $133 distribution. That's technically not the way that it was designed to be, but that is the way that I said that it would be, in error, obviously, but also we didn't see, all of those decisions were made before SBC Gold even launched. Those were, the way that it was originally launched was in anticipation of, not necessarily the same response that we got. We had no idea we were going to see 10 times the return in just 30 days. I told you that you'd receive 3 times the return in 6 months. I said by October, you should see 300% of your initial deposit. You should see 300%. Well, you've already received more than that. You've received 10 times as much for those ones that did the initial SBC pre-buy. Now, obviously, the price is, the people who are buying today on a swap basis, the price is different for them. The percentage of gain is different for them. But those members who pre-bought back before we launched and we initiated this on May 11th, those members have received 10 times the value of their deposit or of their investment already. And you still got another deposit coming. So if you look at it from that perspective, we've done a miracle for these members, but they want more. So I understand that. I think what we're going to do is we're going to put the vote in the Telegram chat. I think it would be easier for it to be there that way, because obviously there's only 80 members here. There's 1,600 members in our Telegram group. So we'll put the vote in there. And we'll run the vote for 24 hours and then see how it goes. I have to structure the poll to make sure that I'm clear as to this is what you're voting on. Second, let's go ahead, Amici.
Thank you. Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, thank you so much. Greetings to members of SBC community this evening from here, Nigeria. I took my time to go over what we've been talking about in Telegram and found out but one thing. You see, for us to move forward, we cannot please everybody. Even those who may look that they are being treated badly, but unknown to them, the system is working out something huge for them in return. So the way we take things personally, because we don't understand, that is the reason why most of the times you see people saying, which if you ask them in detail, they won't be able to explain. They'll start comparing you to look at this, look at that. But from the analysis we have here, what we are having in this community is quite different, okay? In a way that everything being done here is to avoid the same mistake that we had in the time of TBC, K-Love, and the rest of it. So now that we have this thing going forward, why don't we just look up and then see what administration is doing? And then if we have issue that is not clear to us, let us not take it as a fight. Some understand it more than the others. And as you know, everybody can never be on the same level. But with time, as we continue to push along and then manage ourselves, it becomes clearer. So that's just what I see there. But when I come to Telegram, seeing that many people are even accused, some say, okay, let us disband what do they call? Privy Council member. We don't want this, we don't want that. What is happening? Just because you are yet to understand how things is working or is running, you just decide to make your own opinion and sit on it. That is not going to help us. So it's better we look at things and then be open enough to be corrected. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Okay, so I'm gonna put the poll in the Telegram group. I appreciate both of your input, and I understand that it is definitely a decision that it's a big decision to make, and the members who are are very vocal about the situation as it is, probably and very likely have not read through the white paper, and they don't understand what we're trying to build here. So if we create all of these coins and we stick all these coins into your wallet, there are going to be consequences towards the end, and that's consequences for the entire community, not just you, not just me, but everyone. So we'll take those consequences into consideration. I'll put together some details, and then we'll do a blog. Ultimately, I want to make everyone happy here. One of the posts in the Telegram group, somebody had mentioned, "Oh, it looks like SBC is going to make the same mistake as in the past." No, doing this thing where we're giving out those massive amount of coins is the same mistake in the community that Admin Jack did before, when you were promised all of these coins for K-Love and everything like that. You were promised to have all of these coins. Where was the liquidity going to come for all those coins, guys? Where was that going to come from? It's not magic money. This is real cryptocurrency, and the way that we did the distribution is the most ideal way for us all to benefit. So we'll put it to a vote, but and we're prepared that if we have to, we're prepared to go through with doing the minting that is required to make sure that we have the coins on hand, and then we'll distribute those coins, and then we'll split up the last deposit into 2 different deposits, and then everybody will be happy. Everybody will be whole. So MBay obviously would like to have the SBC gold coins. Augustin is more towards looking at the USDT side of it. I think that both sides deserve the chance to discuss, and both sides deserve the chance to vote. So we'll go that route, and that's where we're going to go. So from here, I'd like to, if anyone else would like to make a comment, then we can go ahead and take that comment. But I think that we're pretty much set as far as what we're going to be doing here. And that group Telegram poll will be up shortly, as soon as I make sure that I word it properly, so that there is clear differences between, this is what's going to happen. If this is the decision, this is how we're going to do it. If this is the decision, we just leave everything the way that it is and go from there. Noella, you want to go ahead?
Okay, on mute.
Hello, good day from
Hello.
here. Good day from here.
Good day.
Our dear admin, thank you very much for all your efforts you're putting in place for our community to keep on growing. Thank you so much. Kudos to all your efforts. I greet everybody, all the leaders, more especially the Chief of Justice and all the Chief Privy Council. Thank you so much for your tireless efforts for our community. I don't have question, neither have I any confusion about what is going on. Maybe our SBC gold. But I just want to urge our members, all the leaders, please, that we should try to gather. What I'm trying to say is this. When I look at what is going on in the group, I was somehow, I felt somehow, I believe it is better to gather together instead of scattering. The reason why I'm saying is this. There's no way the first portion we got last month can never be, even though admin has explained everything. But let us try to, even though everyone's understanding is quite different from every other person, but let us, most of the time, before you act or before you write something and put it in the group, let us think twice, maybe from a different angle. You may ask questions from those you think you may know more about what you want to ask. before putting it in the group. Because, you know, there are some things you will write and put it in the group. It is a kind of poisoning the mind of discouraging some people. I don't think it will help this community. It will rather be drawing the community back. So I advise every one of us, please, we are here to get to our final destination where everybody will enjoy the fruit of our labor. So whatever that you are being confused about, ask questions before coming to the platform to pest one thing or the other that will poison the mind of everybody. This is just my advice to every one of us. I don't have any question, as I said. Once again, thank you so much, our admin. Thank you all the Privy Council and every leaders that is trying and pushing for us to be what we are dreaming of. Thank you so much. I think I will stop here.
All right, thank you. So yeah, I second what you say, but more importantly, the members that come into the Telegram group, we have to keep in mind that there are highly impressionable members in the group, and then there's highly educated members in our group. We have members from everywhere. The highly educated members can scare and discourage the members who are who are not really as adept as they are, and that kind of discussion doesn't really belong in the Telegram group. It's not supposed to be for that kind of discussion in the first place. So considering what you just said, I think that the better way to do this is there are only 360 some odd members who actually participated in the pre-buy. Those are the members that this decision impacts. This does not impact a single solitary member who has received the gold gift or has received any coins from the swap. Only the 360 members that pre-bought are going to be impacted by this. So those are the 360 members that need to take the vote. Letting the general community make that vote is not really fair. It's not fair to either side, honestly. So I'm going to get together a group of the pre-buyers and see if I can get that group together, and then we'll get that vote taken from there. So I'm not going to make this a community vote. This is going to be a vote based on the people who are actually impacted by this decision, because they're the ones that really need to understand, and they're the ones that, they got into this knowing that there's, or they got into this with their own understanding, and we're going to make sure that we're clear to them as well. All right, go ahead, Marcia. And this will be our last one for tonight. Thank you. Or we can let Augustine come back in, but go ahead, Marcia.
All right, thank you for allowing me to speak. I don't have a lot to say because you pretty much hit it, Admin Scott, when you said that you're just going to go after the folks that actually were part of the pre-buy. Because my concern is when I'm sitting there listening on the Telegram, that there are so many people that are going back and forth and arguing it. And I think some of us are making others feel like they're less than. I think it's our tone, because what we write, when we're not in person looking at each other, those words are coming across as very, very, very negative. And so these people are feeling like they're not being heard and not being understood. So I think that we need to take that into account when we're speaking, because I'm looking at them and I'm just sitting there appalled at some of the things that are being said, because it's not fair. Some of us really don't understand. I mean, I understand, I get it. I want to stay with the USDT. At first I didn't, but once you came in on the Telegram, Scott, and you put in there what happened and why you had to do it, I understood it made sense. And so now when I listen that we're going to do this major vote and it's going to impact us negatively down the line, that's a problem for me, but it's just me because I got plans and I'm a big spender. So I don't know. I just wish that when we're in the Telegram group that we take our time and be sensitive when we're responding. That's all I'm asking.
Yeah, I really would appreciate that as well. I know that there's a lot of times text can be viewed very coldly, and I try to, specifically with my replies, I try to be as logical and as emotionless in my reply as possible. But I know that sometimes that actually comes across as frustration, or if it comes across as even worse. But yeah, text is a very difficult way to communicate specifically. But face to face is obviously the better way to go, even in a discussion where we're not really face to face, but we are, we're talking in a community environment like our founders meeting. So the discussion is a little easier to understand, and I'm glad that you pointed that out, and I'm glad that my my way of communication definitely worked for some, maybe not necessarily all, but I really appreciate that.
And I wasn't pointing that at you, Scott. Don't
I
think
understand.
that.
Oh, totally. I totally get that.
Okay.
I totally get
Okay.
that. Yeah, I totally get it.
Okay.
All right, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Augustine, we'll give you one more, and then we're gonna adjourn for today.
Thank you very much, admin. I'm grateful for the opportunity. I just wanted to commend the wisdom of God in you, because my personal view, I had fears. The fear I had was because if you had put it in the Telegram group, it may go south. It may go contrary to my expectation. And that's because the majority don't even know what they are voting for. They just look at the majority and are selecting an option, and then they go for it. But the idea of you bringing it into a personal Telegram group of those who took part in the pre-sale, I'm confident that it's impossible for this thing to go south. Admin, congratulations on your wisdom. That's all I wanted to say. Thank you.
Thank you. I'm glad that I came to this determination before I made that. I was about to type the post in and get it going as a start, but it does make more sense to only, because it doesn't impact the entire community. It only impacts those that pre-bought. They're the ones that have the ultimate control over the fate of how this is going to work, and they're the ones that had the. Let's put it this way, guys. Without the pre-buyers, if we didn't have those pre-buyers, we wouldn't be where we are right now. Those pre-buyers got us here, and every single one of us that joined in after just added their voices to the choir. But those pre-buyers were the guys that got us the members that really brought this thing to fruition. So, giving them the opportunity to make that decision is the least we can do. We have everything to gain from their efforts before we actually launch this coin. So with that, I want to adjourn. I want to thank all of the pre-buyers, regardless of how this vote comes out, how we put this together. I want to thank all the pre-buyers for all the dedication and the foresight that they had up front. And I do understand the confusion in some cases, and I also understand the frustration in others. And we will we'll work together collectively to resolve this to a way that is going to help our community out the best way. I think that regardless of which way we decide, the coin is going to be highly successful. It already is highly successful. I don't see any reason for it not to be. So I think that we have nothing to gain, or we have nothing but gain to come from either decision. It's just a matter of how long it takes for more realized gains to come through. So we'll have that discussion in a group, and I'll put those people together as quickly as possible. And again, thank you all. We're going to adjourn our founders meeting today. Just keep in mind, remember sponsors, the $50 USDT is an extra bonus that you get. We want to expand that. So, show us that expansion is the way. Those members who have more than 10 referrals underneath you, go out and get them, and you'll get that $50 bonus at the end of the month. All right. I guess that's it, MB.
Oh, yes, that's it. I mean,
That's it.
what can be our take-home message?
I would, I still would like, for now, I'd like to use opportunity as now, because again, the coin, the way that we're structuring SBC gold right now is it's never going to be any cheaper. You can see that the price has gone up considerably. So opportunity is now. SBC gold is where it's at.
All right, guys, I think we should all unmute and say the opportunity is now.
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 Opportunity is now.